these Zambles. I just see us.
Well, yeah, all of the Zamble. Well, actually, I'm gonna start leaving bodies on the ground, in game, not IRL. If you're listening, CIA, I'm not actually killing people.
What's more important is people on the recording are listening, because I did start hitting record there. What's going on, guys? We're back. 2 weeks later. It's been busy. I know. I've talked to a couple of you, and you're mad that we didn't have No House Divided. I'm sorry. Paizo wanted me to go to Gen Con, and before that, I had to move stuff. I was tired. But we're back. Yeah, it's time for A House Divided. As always, thank you, Robin, for your patronage. Thank you, Kane, for editing my stuff and for mumbling something under your breath that I didn't hear. Thank you, Joe, for your patronage and for running this thing. Of course, remember, actually, today we don't have a Connor. So today we're only 2 parts Canadian, 2 parts American, 1 part German, 1 part unknown, 6 parts the man of your dreams. Oh god, I can't not say it. It's too good. Anyway, I'm
so bad.
I need to kill some Zambles. Joe, let me kill some Zambles. Jam this thing.
Okay. What's up, guys? So last time on A House Divided, I know it was 2 weeks ago, the group made their way into the Hamlet, the Halfling Hamlets of Western Devonshire, investigating, making sure that the Hamlets weren't involved in some sort of nefarious plot themselves, seeing which side they were on, and just getting a general feel for the place. When they came across a pumpkin filled with evil little blobs of flesh that they just beat the crap out of. Going deeper into the Halfling Hamlets, our group made some more discoveries. The main one being that the blobs have made it out of their pumpkins and are now moving around, and that something is going on with the residents here as they have turned into some sort of zombie-like creature, which they are currently being attacked by. They've killed 4 of them. There are still, what they can tell, there's movement out and around them. That's basically where we ended, is with more movement out in the forest and brush just off the path. So without further ado, we're going to roll a d4, because we're short one of our Canadians, of course.
We are. Technically, we're only 5 parts the man of your dreams now, but as the man of your dreams, it'd be bad of us if we just left that part unattended.
He's missing a leg, but he's still handsome.
Yeah, exactly.
I rolled a d4, and now I don't see anyone's rolls.
Uh-oh. That's bad.
Yeah, I'm having a problem with the chat, too.
On my end, I see Randy and Kratos and Randy as, like, there's just a line.
Yeah, so I refreshed, and they showed the rolls, but now they're back to the lines again.
Weird.
Oh, no. I gotta clear the chat archive. 1 second.
Yeah, if it doesn't fix, we might have to jank it.
Yeah, I gotta leave the game, and I'll clear the chat archive. It'll kick you guys. No, this is the way to fix it.
Go ahead and fix it.
I have physical dice on my end, so I can roll.
I too have physical dice on my end.
Yeah, well, I think everyone has physical dice. We've been playing Dungeons and Dragons for many years.
That we have.
1 second. Clear chat. It's gonna kick you guys.
It's gonna kick us.
I'm prepared.
Should. Or it will just be something terrible.
I cast a prestidigitation on it to make the kick much more prettier.
Thanks, Donald.
It's now a blue
I don't know what you said.
Well, I refreshed the page, and I'm the one who's recording, so now everyone just sees a tree. Look at that tree. There's a tree there.
It is a pretty tree. Do you have a name for the tree?
Don't talk to the tree.
So, it's a weird tradition for some reason, but the dice just love to choose Kuratama as the person to review first. So,
all right, but
okay, let's throw it over to Robin.
I mean, we already kind of had you did the recap, I guess, to catch up us.
Yeah, so we don't have to
But what about second recap? 11 C's.
Maybe I should actually do like in character how my character feels recap this time around instead of like a general recap.
That is a thought. That is some thinking.
I wouldn't argue with you.
All right. Well,
all right.
Yeah, I'm thinking where to start. I mean, not that much happened last time, I think. At least I can't remember that much. Pretty much the whole talk with how do we call him, Red Squirrel?
Red
happened
Squirrel.
the session before last session. So we didn't do that much last session, I think. I mean, except the combat and the talking with the halfling and pumpkin thing. So, yeah. Well, Kotama was kind of freaked out by those pumpkins, which are like filled with fetus monsters, kind of like the blood things that attacked us in the inn the first time around, which was, I think, the very first combat we had, or something.
Yeah, I think no, the very first combat we had was against a bunch of bandits, and you threw your sword,
right, because
and we were bad.
I think it was the first combat we had once we left the how do we call it, tutorial island?
Yeah, after we left tutorial island.
Well, I think Kurtama has a bit of PTSD from those things, because the first time they fought against them, pretty much everything he tried failed, and on top of that, he got like sprayed with corrosive blood, which he critically failed against. So he somewhat has nightmares of that corrosive blood spit, and now we are fighting even more of those things, and for some reason, they're growing inside of pumpkins. So I guess now I also have phobia from pumpkins.
Hey, man.
The list of phobia things is just getting longer and longer. At the end of this campaign, I will need like 2 spreadsheets just for my phobias. Nice. It will be great.
Pumpkins are nature's womb.
That's what they say.
That's gross.
Yeah, so we met that weird halfling sheriff, which was kind of, who also didn't really know anything, and now we are in the middle of combat, fighting against zombies and apparently more of those terrible, screaming, gibberish talking blood monsters.
They spoke in verse.
Yeah.
But they spoke they spoke
just
like
menacing verse.
They spoke in menacing verse.
I mean, they kind of like repeat the same stuff over and over, but we also figured out that they can mimic other stuff, because one time they tried to lure us close. I think that was when we were still in the inn. They like mimicked the voices of other people and tried to get us to come to them. So I guess they can do that too.
Yeah. But how does that make you feel?
Thanks,
Dr. Randy.
Creep.
Well, I mean, we were talking about doing an in character, and we're still getting a blow-by-blow here.
Oh. Well, I talked about phobias and stuff, but it's like kind of like creeping me out.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. Let's roll a d4 you.
Yeah, it's alright. Kurtam was having a rough go of it.
Yeah.
We all are. A House Divided has been mean.
Dang it!
Kurtam, tell us more about your post-traumatic stress.
Tell us more about your phobias.
No, it's Sinvolka's turn, and Sinvolka is, at the moment, Sinvolka is just going, like, tearing through the grass in the direction of, if I remember correctly, this is Bardiche that he threw after running. It feels... It is a nice change of pace to not deal with back alley deals and secrets. But pumpkin monsters are... Savolka's not feeling good. There's obviously, like, every session has been, there's more going on here. And now it's, there's more going on here, and there's spooky monsters involved. So it's kind of like another day in the life of the paladin slaying the evil, but also it's time to be serious and not, like, talk around and stuff. But it's nice to not be talking around and stuff, a weird Molotov cocktail of feelings, and my poor 16-year-old Arcadian, not Arcadian's head as he, like, scrambles through the grass with pretty much no memory of where his horse is on the board, just to make sure he can defend himself, his allies,
oh yeah,
all these
post-combat was a mess.
All these poor little halflings that can't defend themselves because there's no, like, organized defense force here. It's just, if I remember correctly, it's just like random sheriffs for little hamlets that, like, babysit drunk folks.
Towns. Trying to find horses. I'll roll another thing. Is that all from Savolka there?
Yep.
Roll that D4. It's a 2. That means it's Randy.
Randy. Oh man, I wonder if that little fella we were talking to earlier in the pumpkin patch is all right. We just sort of left him there with all them screaming pumpkins. Not that we're doing all so hot right here right now. Oh dear. You know what? I'm a little terrified right now, to be perfectly honest with you. I never had to deal with this when I was in the military. I was doing like a Habitat for Humanity kind of thing going on, building houses. We never did get attacked by zombies. I'll tell you that much right now. This is a less than delightful change of pace, but it is a change of pace, I suppose. And it's nice to see someone else having as bad of luck as me. But maybe I wish they were having bad luck in a different place than right now, because having bad luck right now, I think might get us all killed. So have better luck, everyone.
Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, we could use that.
That's all I got.
All right. So we're not going to roll the dice. For our last reflection, it's Baku.
Okay, what is going through Baku mind? Zombies. Those are things I am not going to touch. I'm not going to treat them. I have touched humans, kitsune, other things that are not undead. Undead I am not going to touch, even with all the cleric powers I have as a doctor. Undead are one thing that I will not.
Leave their teeth. Do not take their teeth.
Undead teeth, no. Human teeth, I will fix. And zombie teeth, no. Baku have his limits on things he will touch, and undead is one of them that he will not touch.
Alrighty. So when we left off, of course, you guys were in combat. Like I said, there is movement in the... I'm going to use the ruler tool. Movement to the north and south of you guys out in the brush. You don't really hear anything coming closer to you, I guess. Then again, it is hard to tell whether or not things are moving towards you or not in this kind of environment.
Okay. Simvolka is going to just, like, I don't know what time we have or if there is initiative or anything. I'm just going to, like, run in the direction of my Bardiche. And try to grab
Okay, yeah.
Hope nothing
yeah.
bad happens to me.
Go ahead.
Thanks! That was much easier than I thought it would be. Now I'd like to go back to the party and not die. Yeah.
Every movement an adventure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Are we acting in initiative right now?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
I say cryptically.
Yeah, you do.
Not necessarily. Do you think it's important? Do you think it's worthwhile that I switch?
Dying, it is a good thing to make sure not to happen to any of us, especially Jinsei zombies.
Still looking for horses.
Still looking,
Yeah.
still looking for horses.
Well, I don't know if we want to get back on the horses. Last time we had a lot of trouble with horse combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was quite so janky.
Tempted to give you guys just like badgers or something and say that they're horses.
Here's a badge.
I mean, I'd take the badger. I'll take a little angry dude with, I think, ferocity.
Badger, all the same.
The badger of honor.
Having
Oh, here we are.
having construct horses would make riding them much more easier.
Yes,
but we don't.
priest of Bry. It would be so much easier if we had robot
Yes.
horses.
Oh, it's almost like you've got some sort of bias.
Well, construct horses are easier to ride as you don't need to train the horse.
Yeah, but like a real horse might save your life if you love it a lot.
Says the guy who eventually will be better with horses than anyone in the party. Simvolka's going to try to fast mount his horse and I guess just ride in the direction of the nearest hamlet.
Okay.
Okay. I thought Joe said at the end of last session that other stuff was coming out of the trees.
I
Yeah.
said that there was movement in the trees around. That's Randy's horse, but you can try and mount
I was
it.
gonna say that's my horse.
I'll go back then.
Don't you go around mounting horses of other people.
Oh yeah, we need Gareth's horse as well.
You son of a bitch!
No Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Horse.
Grand Theft Equine.
Alright, 17 is the roll.
I am seeing your eye on the animal. Do not do no fishy business with them.
I will do what I want. And what I want is not anything weird, it's to get to the village, you creepy bird.
Yeah, it's fine. He's also partial animal or
Yes.
something.
Oh, totally not weird.
You're weird. So 17 ride check, and I just want to just beeline in the direction of the village.
Okay. Let's see here. What happens? So you get up to the horse. You attempt to fast mount. You get your foot caught in the stirrups as you attempt to do so. You end up spending a few extra seconds trying to get on the horse. Though you do successfully mount the horse, however, not as quickly as you would have wished.
Curse you, DC 20!
We'll get there eventually
You might.
in lighter armor.
Yeah.
What about the rest of you guys? Sinvolka has mounted his horse, though not as gracefully as he would have liked.
I want to go mount my horse like a normal person.
I am going to
Yep,
mount.
it came out of my mouth and I just accepted it.
Don't you mean bourbon?
Does that mean that we're trying to GTFO?
Yeah, Simvolka's gonna try to get to the nearest, like, civilized place. Kind of a little bit of raise the alarm, a little bit protect the innocent. 'Cause we can fight a bunch of pumpkin dudes in random, like, fields and stuff, but it tracks that they're probably all over the Halfling Hills.
Yeah,
Probably.
That makes sense.
Baku attempts to fast mount. I was reading Sinvolka's name as I said that for some reason. And Baku, he gets tangled up in the stirrups, and in fact, he has to get off of the horse as he's doing so. He doesn't like fall on the ground and like break his head, but he does mount it in the least graceful fashion, as like much like Sinvolka had. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Gareth will also mount his horse normally.
Actually, Baku has decided to be under his horse.
I am.
That's how they
getting-
ride in the Dragon Continent. They ride, like, they tie themselves
Oh,
under the
man.
horse as it's galloping.
No, you can't do that.
Okay,
The
back-
horse
back-
doesn't like that.
Well, I will attempt to. Kurtama will attempt to get on the horse like a normal person.
Man, you
too.
got the best dexterity in the room. You got this.
Well, still, I need to get a 20. That's like, what's that? Like 20% chance.
That's fair. That's fair.
Sometimes you just gotta do stuff the way you know it'll work, man. You're pushing the envelope on some. You're trying to make macaroni with flour.
Ugh.
Just flour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just flat, no water. Maybe some spit. You can do it. It's
Blood.
just it's gonna take a while and it ain't gonna be easy.
I'm pretty sure no amount of time or effort turns spit plus flour into macaroni.
You don't know that. You ever made macaroni before?
Nope, I have not.
Shut up, then.
Well, you might make something that you can call macaroni, but it sure as hell won't taste like it.
No, dude. If I can make a collage out of it, it's macaroni.
Randy, you were not raised in the Dragon Empire, so you do not know how a normal Tengu ride a horse.
I'm telling you, I know what the horse doesn't like, and it doesn't like your talons all up in his junk.
Alright, off we go. To the nearest town. Or perhaps back the way we came. Might be good, too. How far are we from that village, Joe? Village is definitely a bit of a stretch. How far are we from that conglomeration of houses?
Maybe an hour's ride.
The
Okay.
Thorpe?
I don't believe I mentioned it, but there was like the smoke of like of a few hearths not too far away.
Closer than an hour.
Yeah, closer than an hour.
So
Okay.
the hearts we see, how are they an hour away?
They're closer.
Maybe we should giddily gallop over yonder then.
Yes.
And so we shall.
Let's get onto the way to the area onward there.
Yes.
Alrighty.
that's the plan.
Well, those creepy things are not like on the way to some nearby house, are they? Are we just? I don't want to like be the guy who abandons.
All right, round of
Poor-
perception checks. That's what that sounds like. Everybody look for imminent zombie invasion.
Imminent zombie invasions are important.
Does Baku Dr. I see any zombies?
You gotta roll
Well,
first.
He did roll.
You did,
Yes,
fair
it's-
enough.
Right. I haven't rolled perception on him in a while. Oh, nice. It's not that bad.
I'm so glad I had macros made. I'm gonna go tag Baku real quick.
I didn't
So I
make
can have
him
17.
Oh, I don't care.
Baku, mighty magic touch again.
Yeah,
Who does-
Dang, you got them
So
crazy
weird.
fox eyes, Kurutama.
Yes.
You're 27, Kurtama I see.
Is Gareth going to roll?
I'm gonna say it like that every time.
You are. Yeah,
Oh,
Gareth. are you gonna
yeah.
roll? Gareth, where you at, Gareth? Are you too afraid of me?
I
Gareth's
see
too busy
stuff.
wrapping himself in bubble wrap because I had to beat him
Yeah,
to death.
he's busy. He's busy preparing himself for the next time you inevitably betray him.
Gareth is he is prepping
Oh.
for the end times.
He's all right. We did better.
We
We'll
did.
all
So-
tell him about it. He's like I said. He's busy wrapping himself up in packing peanuts.
Gareth is intently watching Sinvolka to make sure he doesn't smack him in the head again.
You're really bad. at
however,
getting on a
Kuratama-
horse.
The rest of you guys pick up, excluding Kuratama and Gareth. The rest of you guys basically pick up that there's a movement out in the forest, and too much forest to really see what's out there. All you can tell is that there's a lot of things moving out there.
Oh.
Kuratama with his elf eyes,
He's
or
a kitsune.
kitsune eyes. Well, actually, it's less his eyes. He can feel a slight chill on the wind. It's kind of out of
It's-
place.
It's one of those get the fuck out of here chills.
It's cold on my eyes.
When it is.
My eyes are cold. So cold.
Well,
Yeah.
Kutama will mention there's an unnatural chilly wind here.
Okay. So Volka will detect evil as we're riding and just concentrate on it.
Okay, yeah, you can detect evil at like your flanks,
Okay.
like out in the forest surrounding you. Are you guys heading towards the hamlet that's nearby?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can I- do I
burning
feel that wind?
means activity.
As you guys start to get closer, you start to feel that wind. In fact, it starts getting like colder and colder and colder.
Okay.
So, like the grass around you seems perfectly fine. The trees, nothing else seems to be affected by this except for you guys and your horses.
Which way is it blowing? Is it blowing like in our faces?
It's not like at first when you guys ride in, it's like blowing against you guys, but as you get deeper into it, it becomes just the stale cold.
Okay. So as it's blowing against us, do I smell anything on it?
Probably just the wafting smells of a farm field for the most part. That's probably quite overpowering.
Fair enough. All right. Yeah, fair enough. To the hamlet.
Alrighty. As you guys start getting closer, and the edges of this map are by no means to scale. Like the very edges, like the outside 2 squares, are not to scale, but the rest of it is.
Bam! Maps? Is that? Oh, there we go.
More a natural abomination. Burn them with the holy light.
There's a real big one.
As you guys approach, there is kind of like, this low rumbling din that's just settled over this group of, it's just a few houses. And there's a trail leading to a large patch of farmland. In the center, you can see he's almost as tall as the surrounding houses, is this massive fur-covered man. He's not speaking, he's just kind of moving about with these zombies. He is, from what you can see in this distance, well, actually, no, make a perception check.
18.
We gotta clear off all of Gareth's temporary bonuses. Gareth has 15 and Ryan has 20.
23.
Boom.
I mean, 24 with guidance.
I suppose I also have a 19 as well. I'll go tag Baku. Or rather, allow Baku to tag me.
Yeah, I high five you, saying what a brief victory chance.
Remember to replace all of your vital organs with gears!
Have you tried turning it off then on again?
Angle weapon at 7.5 degree to confirm a critical.
Yeah. Oh my god, that wasn't bad, Donald. That was acceptable.
I am getting slightly better with accents.
I mean,
So-
Trajectory for a skipping stone is 20 degrees.
You see this man, this, like I said, this massive towering man. From what you can tell, the way he's dressed, the armor he's wearing, and like, especially Kuratama again with his kitsune eyes, he can see, like, when this man interacts with these zombies, they almost react to him like sheep to a herding dog. He seems to be corralling them, moving them northward in comparison to this map.
so north is like up, south is where we are.
Yes, upward.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are in the south.
Gotcha.
The man himself, like I said, is dressed in furs. The unsettling cold that's gathered around him seems to be at its pinnacle here. You're pretty much too far away to be able to tell how, or not tell how, tell specific
Like details.
things about him. Yeah, details. Thank you. No, it has headphones. I'm wearing headphones, Kate.
Oh, well, I can hear all the sound coming from you.
You hear all the sound coming through?
Yeah, we can hear the music from you again. So we
It's probably
hear...
just because the settings are weird. I'll turn it down a little bit, and then what I'll also do is I'll just mute it for myself. Bam. So, To resume what I was saying, you guys are really too far away at this moment in time. To step any farther forward for the front three would be to be too close, and to actually be in 5-foot increments. But these outer two rings here squares are, I would say, about 150 feet back.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, for now, I will relay what I see to the others. It seems like that giant is controlling the zombies. Should I shout to it in Jotun tongue?
On the subject of that, Joe will be pleased. Giant in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is Jotun. So I don't remember if I told you that or not. I think I did.
I'm happy.
That is awesome.
So we clearly see him. He's obviously the problem. I guess Sinvolka's just gonna I want to get to where the board is 5-foot increments, and then I'll dismount my horse and basically just go charge in. This is the problem. This is what we have to solve.
I am going to follow Sinvolka, and when he gets into combat, I'm going to give him a victory bonus to fight. So effectively, you have a +1 weapon enchantment temporary via
Hooray,
magic weapon.
It's not as good as it is in 2nd edition, but I'll take it.
Yeah, true. It is better than nothing.
Oh, no, yeah, you're not wrong. It's still a thing.
I ain't dead certain on the head-on approach. We were having trouble with just the 4 of them.
Yeah, isn't Randy
No, I ain't dead or anything, but I've definitely been punched a couple times.
Here, hold up then. Do I add charisma to lay on hands? I don't, do I?
No, it's just rolling. It's like
Alright, fair enough. Have 6 hit points back. I've rolled max for my lay on
diggity
hands.
dang.
But you.
Oh man,
I'm
it's been a couple
feeling
weeks.
right as rain.
Okay, yeah, no, I have no damage on me. That was terrifying.
Oh wow, I didn't know you
How
could roll
how is
that.
everyone for hit points? I have channel energy uses left.
I'm fine.
I'm fine too.
I think it was just Randy.
Yeah, I think he fell from his horse
Yeah.
and then got hit.
I fall from my horse, unlike some people.
I am going to save my last spell for the day for a healing spell if need be.
Has the thing seen us?
He doesn't seem to, though. You guys are on horses, and you just got you guys stopped galloping all of a sudden. You were pretty loud, and you're not that far away from him. He could have heard you, and if he did, he may just be ignoring you.
Okay, here's
Is he moving in our direction?
Knowledge religion to identify as an 8. I suck.
Oh.
I mean, ignoring people even beneath you isn't particularly smart. It's a good way to get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just wondering.
Well,
Dang!
maybe B.
We did the
It's still-
opposite.
it's also a
You
bad
rolled a
idea.
6 and added 2, and I rolled a 2 and added 6.
Hooray!
We
Hooray.
stuck together.
Yeah. As it should be.
I don't think I have religion as I know that.
Oh dang!
Gareth knows all about that with a 27 knowledge religion.
28.
What is he trying
28, because he gave him a pat on the butt. I confer with Sinvolka. What do you want to know?
What is it?
What is it?
Well, it's a big dude.
From this distance, you would guess that this is some sort of maybe a divine necromancer, though the possibility certainly exists and is probably much higher that he is an arcane necromancer of some sort. As for what exactly he is, that's not really a religion check.
Okay, fair.
Could
Maybe it's just that giant skull helmet that made me think some kind of demon monster.
I mean, he is a Jotun man, which are descended from demons, but
That's fair. Okay. What else do I have? I think I have a rank in knowledge local down.
I mean, I speak that language, but I don't really have knowledge about them. I think.
All right,
I'll try
I
a knowledge
suppose-
local.
I suppose it's a religion check, so this would be relevant. Are these things true undead, or are they some sort of weird, janky offshoot?
that's actually a pretty fair question. from what you could tell, they aren't actually true undead. It's more like the consciousness. If you excuse the maybe disturbing terminology, the consciousness of the bodies that these blobs now inhabit has been hollowed out and is now in a symbiotic relationship.
Whoa.
Creepy.
We found the sci-fi.
Cool. So they are zombies, but not really are
Well,
zombies.
we
More
found
parasitic.
the human cordyceps.
Yeah.
It's like I described them last time. These blobs almost, I believe I described it to Sinvolka as reminding him of how Odiuni kind of interacts with things.
Yeah, that's right, that's right. Does a 20 on a knowledge local give me anything else about the big guy?
A 20 on knowledge local. I'll say from what you can see here, you can see his arms. They're unarmored. You can see scarring and discoloration on his skin. You can also see there's a slightly kind of greenish tinge to his skin.
Okay.
Your best guess is that this is some sort of half giant, though half giant used loosely. Something related to giants, maybe.
That's fair. Okay. Well, Volka's not really gonna wait that much longer. There's no we know what we need to do. It's time to do it. So I'll spur my horse forward.
Well, in that case, Kurotawa will dismount and pull out his bow. It doesn't really feel like getting close to that big thing.
Yeah, I'm also gonna stand astride with Kurutama and take out my bow.
Sinvolka will draw her bow as well.
Well, I thought you were gonna charge in Mr. Hero.
To 110 feet. They can come the rest of the way.
Well, that giant might also have 10 feet reach, so he might be standing 10 feet away from each other and hitting each other.
Yeah.
No, I think he said 110.
Yeah, the range of a gun is longer. If he has 110 foot reach, I quit. I'm level 2. I can't handle that.
I quit. I'm done. That's his crazy Mr. Fantastic arms just. All right, are we setting up a volley then?
That's what I'm seeing.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Volley fire at angle 3.4, at 14 degrees forward to confirm.
How far do I adjust for wind? You're our spotter now.
Oh, jeez.
And he has no answer.
There are more coming.
There's
Oh,
more.
God. Yeah, the GM is cheating in more. Don't you see it?
The GM is cheating.
How do you see it? How do you see it?
How do you
one of
see
them.
it, you cheating fuck? You can't see through the line of sight.
I saw some here.
It's the perception check. You do see. Robin's real good at picking up.
My
things you don't want him
perception
to
check
see.
is just that good.
For it being 4 in the morning in Western Germany, he sees all the things.
Oh, I just seen him. I seen him put one on.
Yeah.
Man, this chair is so
There was a second one, but that one moved back into the dark.
He realized he was spotted.
Kurotawa does not see that.
All right, are we aiming at the giant or the little nasty things?
The giant.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody.
I think since the giant is controlling it, and we all heard stuff about it might be like a necromancer thing, we should
Well,
probably try taking it down first.
We don't know anything yet, but it's a fair assumption. Knock arrows.
Yeah.
Those are...
Take
Okay.
aim.
Oh.
And leave the call.
I was gonna say, the game, run!
Cheese it.
Cheese it! Thanks, Bender.
Alright.
What do I...
Fire! I want to see some attack rolls. Are we shooting or not?
Yeah.
I'm shooting. I don't know if we're supposed
Let's
to
kite that thing. Running and shooting.
12 to hit.
12.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, actually, I would like to try to smite it.
I use
We don't have hero points.
I use one of my crits to fix the misfire, so it doesn't misfire but wastes the shot.
Oh, oh God, who? Okay.
Joe, does the I try to smite it? Does it ping?
It does ping, yes.
So I have a 15 node off.
Okay.
Wait, what? What's that? Oh, that
I'm
was
just gonna
my
go with
bite.
whatever you said, Baku, because
Oh, that was bite attack.
He spent a grit point to click.
I thought you said crit. I thought you said crit, and I was just like, okay.
It's a misfire, so I use a crit
Use a
point.
grit. Okay, yeah. I just misunderstood you there. Kuratama rolls to hit. So
Yeah,
all of your guys'
That's
attacks,
just the wrong damage.
you launch a volley and you definitely hit him with as large as he is. However, your arrows, some of your arrows, the lower rolls would just ping off like his armor. Some of them, they stick in his skin, but they just are only maybe a quarter of an inch or a couple of millimeters into his skin.
Okay, so none of
He
our attacks
he doesn't even turn around.
Oh dang, that thing has high AC. God damn.
Oh wow. Okay.
If even a 19 didn't hit it, that's starting to look bad.
Yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, all right, here we go. If it doesn't respond,
In fact, it and the zombies here kind of like make their way. You can give them like 10 feet.
oh, those cowards. Okay.
we won. They flee.
Yeah, well, Genghis Khan took most of northern China with a bow, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
The hard part was when he dismounted and learned to govern. Actually, that's the hard part. Here is a diplomacy.
Died of
Here's an intimidate check.
sexual diseases.
And not a
Intimidate check.
Intimidate
What are you
check.
trying to
It's an
intimidate?
11. I just want to get their attention.
You're just trying to get their attention.
Yeah.
The zombies don't turn around. The giant, however, like looks over his shoulder at you. When he looks over his shoulder, most of his helmet covers his face. There's kind of, as you see in the picture, there's like a skull on the helmet, but you can see his mouth. His mouth is very wide, and a couple of short tusks poke out from the edges of his mouth. He just kind of gives you this grin, this
he's a troll.
condescending grin.
Is meta knowledge.
I was gonna say half orc, but yeah, that works too.
Okay. I'm sorry, I got the party killed. Everyone.
He continues walking away, however.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't get the party killed.
Yeah, everything.
You're sorry that you didn't get the party killed?
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry that this game has to keep going.
I'm sorry we have to keep playing this game together as friends. I guess. I'm just gonna.
Man, everything is so goddamn scary. How are we?
Yeah.
Welcome to Joe Games.
We can't fight stuff. We are poor at finding out information. We suck.
We do suck. Can I try to shoot it again, Joe?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Why don't you
15.
trap it in a house and try to burn it down around it?
I am loading another shot.
All right, let's attempt shooting it. Maybe we can anger it and get ourselves killed.
Maybe we can actually
Yeah.
hit the thing.
All right.
Nope.
Sure.
Nope, we cannot.
Yeah, you guys
yeah,
continue shooting at it. It continues to like slowly stroll away.
Well, I think this time most arrows didn't even reach it.
No.
Yeah, The 11 just kind of lands next to him.
I'm wholly defeated. I think we should go home.
We'll just go back to
Yeah.
Auburn's Isle and lose to bandits instead of losing to giant
Also-
soul necromancers.
Also, by now we are fighting against blood monsters, undead, and armies of humans. I'm starting to have trouble keeping up with all our enemies.
We have a
Oh,
lot of
wha-
bad. I'm gonna try one more time. Here we go.
I think you fight.
17, probably
fire-
I get a 17 connects with him, however, it just either sticks in his skin or pings off his armor.
Okay.
And I miss miserably with a 9.
Oh.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
Make a little puffy dirt, as does Kuratama.
I
My
guess
arrow sticks somewhere.
if we
probably
can't
like a
hurt him,
house.
if we can't hurt him, Sinvolk is gonna mount his horse again and ride in the direction of the hamlet, like towards this house here.
All right.
We'll see what's
Yeah,
in there.
maybe if we can
In
get ahead of
general,
him,
how
we
does
can
how do
clear out the
the
area.
houses look? Does it look like the zombies raided all of this?
Yeah, the houses do look a bit disheveled. They look like they're mostly intact, but there's maybe a window busted out. Some of the like bushes or the flower beds have been disturbed. And I don't mean like, oh, there's been rabbits in the carrots again. I mean like,
Oh, there's plant zombies in the carrots again.
yeah,
Well,
that sort of thing.
one question: does any of those zombies look like zombies?
Yeah, they look like villagers who have been absorbed.
Okay. Well, that's that. I guess there won't be anyone left.
We should flee and tell the other hamlet of this.
Yeah, I think we should GTFO and tell that sheriff or something. I mean, he didn't seem that competent, but he's still like the law in this part of the land.
Yeah, maybe we should. So Volk is thinking
We-
we hit the houses
we-
and see if there are any
we
survivors.
might- Yeah, we might need him anyway to convince people. If they just see a group of like ragtag adventurers show up at their door and like shouting, "Oh, there are zombies everywhere," they might not believe us.
That's fair.
All right, what's your plan then? Do we not go as a ragtag group of adventurers into the town and warn them?
We'll have to level up first. So
Like
we're
I said, we might want to look for the sheriff that we met earlier.
Well, when he wasn't really even a sheriff, he was just a dude with a stick.
yeah, and there's probably lots of dudes with sticks that have been symbiosed already. So
Yeah.
But I mean,
think wasn't he the sheriff? Didn't he introduce himself as such?
he was the
in
sheriff of,
heavy
like, that
air
local-
quotations.
like that local group of houses,
Oh, well,
because there's no real like organized seat of anything. I guess the big guy continues to go away as a
Yes, he does.
oh,
He continues to stroll away, looking
one
over his
thing
shoulder.
is, could we note where he is going? Like he's going north, I think you said.
Yes, he is actually literally heading north.
Okay. When we look at the map, do we have any idea where he might be heading?
Do we have a map of this area?
Of the Halfling Hamlets, or you have a map of Davonshire.
Don't we have a map of the region?
Yes, you have a map of Davonshire.
But not a detailed map of how many hamlets are in the Halfling Hamlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we don't know where he's going. We just know he's going north.
We could follow
Okay.
him. He's
Okay,
he's not
my
hurting
internet
us.
just cut out for a bit.
Well, he's hurting everyone.
Yeah,
He just hasn't gotten to us yet.
maybe that's the case. Yeah.
Well, maybe we
I don't
can
know. Just go
Wait.
ahead.
maybe we can have our enemies fight against each other. Have that zombie army fight the other army.
I don't think we're gonna get that lucky.
Yeah, no, that seems like a pipe dream. I gotta say, Kurutama.
A guy can dream.
May I ask what medicine are you taking?
Well, I found some of your herbs and
Ha
There.
ha ha!
Drugs. He's on drugs, ladies and gentlemen.
Herbs. You say I need to take those back. You're not going to tell anyone about those herbs. Those
While
are
Bill
more-
and Ted are having their excellent adventure,
Oh my God.
Sinvolka's gonna ride in the direction. I wanna check the houses before we go away. I wanna see if there's any survivors or any like more information we can gather.
yeah,
Okay.
that's
I
fair.
also mount up and join Sinvolka. I shouldn't leave him alone.
I will accompany Volka.
Also, since those are all zombies, they're not actually interested probably in monetary values. We might actually get some cash.
All right, chaotic neutral.
I need to think over. Would we permit a cleric to actually loot from another person's house.
Yes, probably you're neutral.
It's funds for
Some
your
costs.
for the constructs that you want to build. You just need a good reason.
Yeah. So to the house.
To the house.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So you approach the house. The door is open. Well, it's partially opened.
Does it look broken in?
Second. Kind of. It does look like a struggle happened. Let me. Bits and bobs in the house itself are disturbed. There's like a cabinet pushed away from the wall. There's chairs and tables scattered about, beds moved, boxes disturbed.
Okay.
The house looks like it's in a bit of a mess.
Alrighty, here comes that perception check. I'll go tag Baku, and I have a 20.
20's pretty good.
Guidance, best cantrip ever.
Yeah, yes, real good.
Yeah, and it's in some editions it's even better. In 5th edition,
It's
it's
1d4.
1d4,
Yeah.
which is like so broken.
It's pretty good.
Well, you smell anything?
Looking around, it does look like there was a bit of a struggle here. However, there's not as much of a struggle as you would expect. It seems like these people were pretty much subdued incredibly quickly.
Alright.
As for anything useful, do you find like foodstuffs and items of the peasantry useful?
Oh, probably no.
I mean,
What about funds?
could always do with some more trail rations.
There's maybe some copper pieces, maybe.
God damn.
Copper pieces, I am not going to loot.
Yeah, there you go, you greedy
Yeah.
bastards.
I like
the priest
that
of Bry can loot the copper pieces to shield his wiring when he's building constructs.
Yeah.
He's scrapping.
ha-
He's not making money.
I have more than enough copper pieces on me.
All right, so I guess I'll
He
step. I'll
he
step
needs
in
gold on
just
the
for the sake of
bar.
argument. Okay, there's no spooky ookies in here when I step in. That was my only concern. Okay.
Yeah, if he's not gonna get jumped, we can move to the other house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
House real quick.
Uh,
Oh, Jesus!
Ah, 3 of them.
more zombies.
Yes, let's roll initiative. Ah!
Oh. Those are the ones that I saw earlier.
Ghost!
Zombies, burn them,
Damn it!
Ah, 8s.
What?
Kane and I
Please?
are just twinsies all day today, except for Kuratama.
I forgot to click my token, but why? I rolled terribly anyway.
Tommy, I am actually so surprised by our group composition. We have a
Oh,
a-
Kuratama.
have a synthesis summoner, a Tengu bird doctor, a Kitsune wolfman, and a human.
Kitsune a wolf man. He's what? That's a Blade Man Kitsune. That's a very, that's a super good archetype.
He's basically
Wolfman is not my class.
Yeah, no. If anything, my class is Wolfman as a synthesis.
I'm pretty sure there is a werewolf class somewhere on the SRD.
Yeah, I think 3.5 had that as one of the monster classes that you could take. Those
Says
are kind
Ren.
of cool. I kind of like those.
There's a shapeshifter prestige class that was good if you were a druid for that.
All right, I forgot to move Gareth, so he doesn't move.
I would like to point out just really quickly the rolls on my screen. It's like Sinvolka rolls initiative, Randy rolls initiative, then Sinvolka yells for thunder and lightning, and then Kuratama.
How are we running terrible?
Because, dude,
Have
this
you
is a
not
house
been here
divided.
every other week we played this goddamn game?
Yeah, we don't roll well. That's
Yeah.
the whole. That's when I make cards for my other videos to plug a
You
house.
gotta
divider.
lower
It's-
the diggity dang old AC if we're ever gonna kill anything.
Spoiler alert: we roll terribly. That's a house divided. The man of
Yeah.
your dreams is not a violent man. He tries, but he misses wide every
I
time.
told you we were collectively a gentle liver.
Yes, exactly, precisely. Gareth measures the distance between himself and his friends.
Well, I got a clear line of sight before I start throwing things. That mutagen ran out on the way over here.
Fair enough.
I have my gun loaded and ready.
I hope you do. That would be good.
Garrett is 11. He's correct. Everyone's correct. Everyone is now correct.
Yes, we're all correct. You guys hear that?
Yes.
All right, I don't know if we're on the turn order or not because I don't see nothing.
Yeah, you should be on the turn order.
Yeah,
All right,
turn
I'll
order is
just
blank.
close the turn order because it's blank.
The turn order is blank on my end.
So secretive.
You'll never know.
Okay.
Let's slay those things. One of them might have my boon.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Yeah. No, we're, see if... No? Okay. Don't know what's going on. Close it, open it again. I've got it. You know what? We're gonna roll off of what I've got.
Yeah, that's fine. As long as there's some semblance of order.
Yeah. Not like some of those in-game persons. Ugh. In-game persons. In-person games. Bruh.
Back to all those in-game persons.
Yeah.
Is that another word for NPC?
Yeah. So it starts out with Baku. You all notice behind you some more Zambles.
More Zambles.
I fire at this zombie right here.
All right.
Does a 14 hit a touch AC?
A 14. You're 60 feet out. What's the range on your musket there?
It is.
His first range increment is 50 feet, I think.
Let's check.
It is 40 feet, so it would
Okay.
be a negative 2.
So he's got a -2, so it's a 12, and he's not within his first range increment, so he's not targeting touch.
Yeah, so it probably doesn't even hit his touch. No, it would hit his touch. So you like hit the zombie, but it just kind of like it blows away a little bit of the flesh on the surface of his skin, but it just kind of like it's just a glancing blow.
Nice. Turn. I
Alright.
I move up a bit.
Gareth, separated from his friends, hears zombies shambling towards them on the other side of the wall of a small cottage.
Lucky Gareth.
Oh
is
no,
colorblind.
not again!
Gareth's
Is
out of
that
range
his-
of my deadly bardiche.
Is that his turn?
Well, what is he going to do? He says, "Oh no, not again," and stands there.
As a full
No,
round action.
I was asking. Is that? Is
yeah,
it,
yeah, I think it's your turn.
Yeah, it is his turn. Yes.
Okay, so is this a little bit of shrubbery right here? Is that block line of sight?
No,
Okay, good.
it's basically passable. It is not difficult terrain.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna shuffle over here, past the house to make a line of sight, and he's gonna go, "Oh, jeez," and throw a bomb. That's what he's gonna do. If
All
I can
right.
Get his character sheet open. 13 touch AC.
Let me check real quick.
Or
13 does hit the touch AC of that one, and his friend needs to make a reflex save.
yeah. for
So
the
he is just rolling that. So both of the zombies are caught in the fire. Not exactly fire explosion, but mostly concussive explosion as little bits of
Yeah.
shrapnel
and the other takes 5.
Shrapnel and fire spread out from the center of the explosion, leaving behind 2 slightly charred zombies and the stench of burning, decaying, bloody flesh.
Look, I got him!
And the zombies
That'll
take
be
10 damage, and the other one takes 5. Is that all?
Yeah, that will be. You can't do anything else, can you? Yeah, that'll.
Goes to Randy.
I get to go 2 times now.
You did it.
It was all I've ever wanted.
Connor
you
did it.
broke the action economy.
I'm gonna.
Randy sees.
Discard the bow. And yeah, go. No, sorry. Do your flavor text.
Do my flavor text. Randy sees Baku fire and advance on the zombies as Gareth takes a step around the building and throws a bomb at the zombies. Baku's attack fails to strike anything other than the zombies' epidermis. However, Gareth lands a solid blow on 2 of the zombies with a bomb, leaving behind some, again, charred zombie flesh.
Delish. I will note real quick before we go any further, in response to what Robin said, as someone who has oftentimes abused leadership for extra characters, yes, that is how you break the action economy.
Yeah, I'm aware. That's why most people don't let leadership be a feat.
Was it 12 characters I had?
Yeah, that's correct. Oh, man.
Stop. Why? Jeez.
Let's see here.
Oh,
Dalcott, Joseph, Medishka, Bren, Ven, not Ven, V. It's lots of V's. The original Helmut.
Helmut. Yeah. Helmut the Griffin.
Vivacious vision of vivisection.
Frederick Mikal.
Leadership feat is the best feat if you want to have a group of dwarves for the next Hobbit.
If you want to play Lord of the Rings, yep.
It's the best feat when you have a 3-man party, 3-player party, but want a 24-man party. That's leadership.
Evie? Yeah.
Evie, you abandoned Evie. She was too weak. She died to cloud kill.
Yeah. She was. Yeah. We was just like, fuck this. Goodbye.
The deck of many things sometimes gives you extra characters, and you have to just run with it.
Am I taking my turn now?
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
go
done
ahead.
being nostalgic about our lives together.
All right. Can I draw a weapon as part of a charge?
Cool.
I think you can.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Then
go ahead.
I will discard my bow as a free action and draw my rancier as part of a charge, which should take me right to here. I'm just opening myself up for a world of hurt as I whiff this.
I have faith in you.
Let's see.
That'll be 17 with the charge.
17 with the charge does hit as you strike into the zombie's flesh.
For 11 points of piercing damage. Aha! Right into your chest.
Yeah, it's a Rancier and you're doing piercing damage. So yeah, you basically just like I'm thinking of the Warhammer, the original Total War Warhammer Empire scene where the halberdiers are stabbing into a charging army of orcs. As you just run them through with the end of your Rancier. However, you strike into basically just like his, I would say his upper thigh, and you don't really hit an important part of his body, but you definitely have taken some of the wind out of his sails.
Okay.
11 damage is noted.
That will be Randy.
Yep. With that, it goes to Sinvolka.
Alright, Sinvolka's gonna follow suit. Also open up himself for a world of hurt, and we're gonna charge to right here. Bring my Bardiche up high over my head, and bring it down for a 19 to hit, 10 damage if that connects.
19 hits for 10 damage. You're attacking with
With a Bardiche.
yeah. So yeah, you bring that axe down on that zombie, crunching into his soft bits, his upper body, some of the lumpy flesh that has grown out on his shoulder, caused by the bloody flesh bag that connected itself to him. You cause a decent amount of damage to him, about as much as Randy did. However, it isn't as much as you would have hoped for. The zombie himself, though, has taken a decent amount of damage to the point where he is now definitely moving a bit sluggish and with a bit more, I guess, zombie-like
Qualities.
apprehension. Yeah, qualities.
So would it be a knowledge religion to identify stuff about this guy?
Sure.
Alrighty, I want to see if it has like DR or anything. I have a natural 20. I'm sorry to whoever was about to roll an attack roll. I've taken that from you.
The RNG has spoken and it has taken away and given. So about these guys, Odini kind of gets a flash of insight that it's not actually the people who are undead, but I'm gonna call it a symbiote, but the Eidolon. It's a symbiote, but it's also an Eidolon.
Whoa! We're literally fighting synthesis.
That is undead, and it has basically imprinted its undeadiness, if you will, onto its partner.
So do I get any like DR or anything like that?
No, they don't have any DR. They don't. They're relatively weak. They're not very fast. They're just easy to make, and they're pretty resilient.
And in a mechanical sense, they're literally synthesists.
Yes, they are literally synthesis, except the Eidolon is actually the character, and the person is the Eidolon.
Damn.
Oh.
So Vulcan's eyes probably go real wide at this as he figures out what he's fighting, and just snarl and spit at him in Celestial. And that's my turn.
All right.
Snarl and spitting in Celestial.
Yeah,
It sounds beautiful.
it does.
Yeah.
I know.
Dominos.
It's kind of like cursing in French.
I wouldn't know.
So the zombie's going to 5-foot step forward. And he's going to attack.
Okay. It's fine. I didn't want to make an attack of opportunity anyway. I've been GMing too much 2nd edition to think I even have those anymore.
Does a 17 hit Sinvolka?
That is Titan Defender.
Woo! Yeah, so he punches at you. He strikes you in the armor. However, well, not your armor, but in the Odiuni. However, Odiuni's cushion protects you and herself both from the strike. You're able to absorb it just barely. You know that if he had struck you just a little harder in a slightly different place, you would have been taking an amount of damage, to speak in meta terms.
It would hurt.
You would have been bad. This guy is going to advance on you. It would provoke.
Alrighty. Do I have combat reflexes yet? Yeah, no, I don't. I just have power attack. Alright, here we go. Attack, no smite. Bardish attack action. Natural 20.
Woo!
Boom.
Okay, yeah.
For what, 24 points of damage?
Yeah, 24. Bardish is just times 2.
I'm sorry to say it is for 12. These guys are treated like they are undead.
Okay.
Oh no.
They're all immune against our stuff.
Comparison 3.5 undead. It's as if this army of things was literally made to fight us with stuff like what we have.
We are doing good.
Not bad. Not bad.
We are doing very, very good in one area, and these zombies, they are adapting to our tactics.
Even before they meet us.
Even before they meet you, sure. You strike into the zombie with your bardiche as he approaches you. You dig the blade into him, removing a good portion of his lower abdomen. On a normal human being, that would most certainly bring them to the point of near death. However, you strike into him and remove that, and you realize all too well the inside of his body is filled with the stuff that makes up the little flying blood blobs. basically making it so that his body is just a big old thing of muscle and disgusting. It doesn't require internal organs. It doesn't require vital organs. It just is muscle and bone
So
and sensory organs.
It's not. It's an autonomous system.
Yes.
Gross. Is it? It's the you said it's the made up thing of the blood blobs. Wow, I mangled that sentence. Does it? Are they? His innards aren't screaming at us now, are they?
They're probably screaming.
Oh,
They're probably all screaming at you. Like both the being that the blob inhabits and the blob's many mouths are all screaming at you. Just a constant high pitched, almost girly, but like terrifying. Like if I don't know.
like
It's high pitched.
like a soundboard from The Thing.
Yeah, a soundboard from the Thing scream is going on right now. As these approach you, and the din and the cold is also descending upon you. However, it is decreasing as the whatever exactly he is leaves you and moves away. The necromancer. The other Zamble. We'll just give them what they want.
That's not what I want.
Brains. Give them brains.
Oh man, there's a 23 hits in Volca.
That one doesn't work, yeah.
You don't have another attack of opportunities in Volga?
I don't got combat reflexes yet.
Oh, we should have switched places.
We should do you have combat reflexes? You do, don't you?
Yeah, and I get to calculate it on my strength.
Ugh.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
I'll take my 8 damage. That's fine,
He-
I guess.
Punches into you, probably getting you in the kidneys with his strike. It's not exactly a punch, it's not exactly a claw, it's more of just kind of a swipe with his like half of his upper body. He just kind of like windmills at you essentially.
And then I need a fort save, right?
Yes, you're going to need a fort save.
Alright, 17.
17 blows it out of the water. Little tendrils puncture your skin as he does so. However, you are able to basically wrench your body away from it before they're able to do anything.
Oh, divine grace.
With that, it goes to Kuratama. Kuratama has watched Baku shoot into the ground as zombies advanced upon his friends, and as his friends advanced upon the zombies. Swords, or not swords, but pole arms have met one of the zombies, bringing it pretty close to death, while 2 of the other zombies assaulted Sinvolka. Those 2 zombies that did have been charred by a bomb thrown by your friend Gareth. Lots happened in these 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's been a busy 6
Yeah,
seconds.
that's really sounds like busy 6 seconds. 6 seconds.
What did you say that?
6
Sounds
seconds.
like busy 6 sex.
Well, I will shoot the one that's already injured, trying to kill it. Let's see if I can hit it. Nope, I cannot.
Oh, yeah. You shoot wildly into the air. The arrow buries itself in the thatch of the house behind the zombies. Bleak Falls Barrow. I'm guessing that's all from Kuratama.
Yeah, that's all from Kuratama.
It goes to Baku, who started the turn. Baku
I'm going to
sees all this unfolds, and the last thing he watches is Kuratama miss as he shoots his crossbow into the thatch roofing of the house behind the zombies.
I'm going to move. We reload my my musket. Don't worry. I will kill one of these zombies soon-ish. As you see, Baku is loading his musket.
So it goes to Gareth. Gareth sees everything unfold that happened in the last round, and it starts with Baku moving across the field, loading his gun, standing next to him now. What does Gareth do? Kane.
I'm thinking, all right. Don't rush me.
I just wanted to make sure that you knew that you were playing Gareth and
Oh
that,
well.
that it was Gareth's turn. Just calm down. It's okay.
No, I was just saying Connor doesn't have his discoveries written down, but I'm certain.
One of them was
We
precise
mentioned it.
bombs. We talked
Yeah,
about
precise bombs. So I will throw another bomb, and I'll aim for this corner guy
You
here.
talk to Booty.
it. Talked to all the booted in Canada with the
We
grizzly
did?
bears. Which?
God, there's a lot of bears.
A lot of bears and a lot of fires.
Diggity dang it!
Is that
Yeah, a bomb. A bomb. A
A
nine. A bomb. A nine. A nine. How not to kill people with drones. How to not kill people.
Bomb.
How is Garrus not hitting someone and not killing them?
Well, I mean, it's landing. He got a 1, so it lands in
It lands in this
that
square.
one.
The one
Okay.
right next to Simvolka. Do I still apply that precise bombs on a miss?
D20 says you do.
Okay, then I will exclude my square and Simvolka's square.
Yes.
And it will hit
Both
splash
of them.
damage on.
Yep.
Yeah, those two. One makes
I
it
believe one pass, one fail.
So one takes half, and the other one. So yeah, one takes two.
So
and
one takes 2, one takes 5. All right. So I'm going to say that the top roll goes to the top guy here, so he takes 2 damage, and the bottom guy takes 5. So
This guy would be targeted.
Gareth
as well,
throws a
right?
bomb.
He's adjacent.
yeah,
Oh,
he's
yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, so a third reflex.
oh, he fails as well, so he also takes 5. Again, Gareth throws another bomb. Again, another bomb.
And another one.
And another one.
However, this time it does not strike the zombie. Instead, it sails past him and lands in the area below his compatriot, exploding successfully, and deals a bit of damage to each of the zombies surrounding Sinvolka. And he even manages to somehow make it land in such a way that doesn't damage his own compatriot Sinvolka.
Maybe it was an accident.
and
hit an
when-
outcropping of rock and all the liquid splashed towards them and away from us.
Splashed in like a 350-degree arc as to not hit the two in a slim avenue of
Yeah, just sort of like a boosh.
yeah. And with that, it moves to Randy.
All right.
Randy's watched Gareth throw a bomb, Kurotama miss terribly, and Baku run across the field of battle reloading his gun.
Don't remind me.
Then draw your sword and get over here, you
Yeah,
wuss.
blade bound Kitsai.
I'm so good with a sword. Here's my crossbow.
I don't want to get hit.
Blade bound!
Yeah, I don't want to get
Bow
hit either.
bound!
You're a sword.
I don't have my awesome sword yet.
Cast shield and move in. Cast major.
All right.
And move in.
Randy recoils with the explosion. Hoo-ha! And then 5 foot up to attack the zombie 10 foot away from him with his rancier.
Monsieur.
Right. Well, it's
It's-
a French word, whatever. You cut out all the consonants. It's an annier. For 17 to hit.
A 17 hits.
Or 11 points of piercing damage. Maybe I'll go on the other thigh. Maybe I'll go through his head. Who knows?
Exactly, yeah.
Oh,
You step over, let's see. Yeah, you step over and you get him in the other thigh. You've swatted across him, you flip or no, you stabbed him. You stab him and you take a step around, you retrieve your blade from his thigh and you stab him again. However, this time you strike him in the thigh again. This time though, he is brought low. The strike hits him in such a way that he is basically doubled over. From you stabbing him in the thighs and Sinvolka swatting him across the lower abdomen, he has basically lost all of the integrity in his middle body and just kind of collapses in a heap.
Okay, perfect. Oh, that's my move and my standard. I don't believe.
All right.
A swift.
It moves to Sinvolka, who has heard, I guess, and seen a bolt from, you assume, Kuratama fly over your head and strike the cottage behind the zombies. Some movement, you assume, is Baku, and you've seen a bomb thrown by Gareth deal a small amount of damage, though every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps.
Probably, though, the culmination of these past few seconds has been Randy sidestepping and finally bringing down one of the zombies that's been attacking you. Or, well, actually, the zombie that you were attacking as well.
So Simboka will 5-foot step over here to form as close of a line as he can right now with Randy, and we will attack the one at the bottom left of the graph that we're making. That's, you know what I mean. That was a bad description. Here's an attack action. 23 to hit, 16 or 13 damage if it connects.
13, yes, it does connect. You bury your Bardiche again. You hack it up out of the neck of the, or not the neck, but the side cavity of the last zombie that is now just gone to the ground, and you are now bringing it down upon the other one, dealing a fair amount of damage to him. He does not. This is the one that took a bit of damage from, or that took a direct bomb. He's charred. He's got a decent amount of flesh missing from his chest, and now he's got even more missing as you bring your Bardiche down through him. He does not look good. Maybe another hit like that could definitely bring him down.
Works for me. Alrighty, that is my turn.
It moves to them. So this guy, he'll just step over his friend's body, displacing his friend's body.
Oh, these zombies, they are very, very nice to eat each other.
You're so kind.
Okay.
Pardon me.
So kind and respectful. Both of them step forward to attack you guys. Well, to attack Sinvolka. Nope, they don't roll that. They roll +5.
Again, 9 doesn't
No,
hit.
it's a 14.
14 doesn't hit.
14 does not hit. The other one rolls for a 17.
Which is tied to defender.
Man. Yeah, so they both come at you windmilling. However, most windmill attacks, it is very unsuccessful as they're just basically just moshing you.
Man, what is this? What's happening right now? We're not getting our asses kicked.
This is weird. This is strange.
Yeah.
Well,
I still suck. I feel numb.
Don't come use your sword. It's your turn. Charge in.
Yep, it goes to Kuratama.
Well, let's try that. Kuratama drops the bow. Wait, do I even have enough movement range to get in and hit?
Yeah, you got it.
You can charge.
Oh, right. True, I can charge. Well, I will charge this one.
Okay. So you charge in and draw your sword.
Yeah. And
so as you draw your sword, like,
oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Robin.
As you draw your sword, charging across the path in front of you, you're kind of astonished to see, like, you draw the blade and it's almost see-through.
I'm not sorry, Robin. I thought this was a natural one thing. It is not.
Stop. Just stop.
It's kind of like when you open up a canister of frozen nitrogen, or open a very cold freezer. Kind of a bit of that misty frost falls off of the blade as you draw it from your from its sheath. The blade itself, like I said, kind of takes a sheen like glass or ice. And yeah, you're astonished by this realization.
I hope I'm not too astonished to actually hit anything.
Yeah, you're good.
Let's give us an attack roll and see.
Oh man, is that a critical?
crit threat for
That's
you?
critical.
That's so good. Okay, that works perfectly. Holy. Can you
Yes.
confirm that though? That is a 19.
I need to confirm that. Let's
Yes.
roll again.
Man.
Boom!
Oh,
Never
God!
confirmed. This dude explodes. He's in 8,000 pieces.
Holy bejesus. I don't suck.
When your sword falls in ethereal frost, your blade is now almost glass-like in its sheen. Whenever you confirm a critical against an enemy, you cause them to become paralyzed by the cold, as if affected by a hold monster spell. The DC of this effect is 10 plus your hit dice.
That's pretty awesome.
Blah.
You're just freezing dudes solid with your sword.
Sweet.
Actually, he rolls the same there. Oh, but he blows it out of the water considering the DC is 12. But I'll say because it's well past your birthday. Well past your birthday, young man.
I thought you were gonna say bedtime. Which is also
Yes,
true.
also past my bedtime.
Go to your room and grow up. I swear.
Accidentally, my dude there.
That's a pretty sweet birthday boon.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You just remove like the top half of the zombie's body with a single swipe. You just kind of like a pair of legs is now resting next to him. The top half of a zombie body, kind of like Bed Knobs and Broomstick style.
Yes.
Just like a Kill Bill-esque style blood fountain erupt from his bottom.
Yeah, a little bit. Like little tiny ones all around. Little tiny ones all around.
Little tiny blood fountains, everybody's favorite. Let your kids come.
Well,
yeah, pardon me.
after that hit, Kurotama's new awesome sword. It doesn't quite understand what's going on. Oh
So
my
at
God,
the
it's so awesome.
end of the round, Baku has moved and reloaded. No, it's not your turn yet, Baku. I'm doing flavor text.
Yeah.
Baku has moved and reloaded. Gareth has thrown a bomb, damaging some of the zombies. Randy has managed, along with some help from Sinvolka, to kill one of the zombies, bring it low. And then Kurotama, after his abject failure with using the crossbow, has dropped it, charged in, and after being astonished by the strange new qualities of his katana, is now just annihilated, cutting in half one of these zombies,
Feels
leaving
good,
again
man.
just a pair of legs standing next to the top half of a torso, both of them dead. And it goes to Baku, who moves and makes an attack roll, which hits. It does 8 damage to the last zombie.
So is the zombie alive still?
The zombie is barely alive. You blow a hole through the side, like through the upper part of its chest, and it kind of like falters back a little bit. It like its foot lands on the outstretched arm of its dead compatriot as it stumbles
Okay,
back.
cool. Let me describe this killing.
He's not dead
But he's
yet.
not dead.
No. Oh, he's alive still.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is barely hanging on to life.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry to steal that description from you, but I think Gareth will probably steal it because it moves to Gareth,
All right.
or he'll nat one and just screw up everything.
Yeah, that could also happen. Gareth discovers his necromantic potential and reanimates all these corpses. You said it's just barely hanging on to life?
Yeah, it's now got chunks removed from it from both I almost said Randy's, from Sinvolka's Bardiche, and from the past explosion that Gareth dropped on it, and now it's got a fresh new hole in its chest from Baku's musket.
Oh, dang. I don't know if your definition of just barely hanging on is the same as mine. So, magic missile.
Okay, you don't need to roll for it. It has 1 HP left.
So it looks like you guys have the same definition. Is what I'm hearing.
Good. Oh,
The magic
that was a
missile
real
strikes
good
it.
shot you made. But if you don't mind, I'll just finish it off. And he makes a little finger gun and he plants it in the palm of his other hand and goes,
The kind of unceremoniously, the magic missile like just right into his body. It's such a lackluster finish for this zombie as it strikes him. He just kind of in a heap in between his other friends.
a job well done, I say. I
3
feel
dead
like-
zombies lie before you all.
Yes.
Turn order is now open.
I feel like I need to tell you every time I do Gareth's voice, I swing my arms side to side.
Josie.
We'll
Like I'm
see that.
strutting my stuff.
When we go to Twitch, we'll see it. God damn it.
Josie, humorous part is all of them, they are lined up perfectly.
They did it.
It does definitely look like
Except
a game
one of
Connect
them-
4.
One of them is like basically lying on top of his own leg.
Oh, wait. Baku, move up one.
Just do it. Move. Connect 4.
There, diagonally.
Oh man, I needed this. All right, so Savolka's gonna like.
Wait a minute.
Ah, hey, whoa, what is going on?
We're gonna.
It's Connect 4, damn it!
What the fuck? Where did they come from and why?
Because we have to fight more synthesists. All right, crisis over.
Well, as I was describing how they're lying, one of them, this far one, you didn't cut him in half, but you like stabbed him in half. So he's got like perforations, and basically his torso's lying on top of his own legs with his toes facing up and his face facing down.
Right.
The one in the middle is like XCOM style, just dead on the ground, like his legs splayed out and just. And the middle one is like his legs are still standing. They're in rigor, just standing next to his corpse, which is also basically upright with his arms on the ground. And then he looks rather stately, but he is very dead.
Damn.
A part of me feels
Alright.
sorry for the zombie for the amount of damage that we did to
Yeah, part of me
to
didn't feel
each.
sorry at all. So,
Yeah, no, these dudes are real hardy. So 2 things real quick. I'm gonna plant the end of my rancier through the skull of each one of these zombies, and then I'm gonna go get my bow back.
yes, you good. So when these guys die, they don't go back, right?
No,
Okay.
both of them die.
Okay. When I say go back, I mean they are
Yeah.
synthesists. They don't return to the plane from whence they came. The Eidolon remains here, right?
Yeah, as far as you can tell, yes.
All right.
They're native outsiders.
That would be the thought. I didn't think I'd need to rank in knowledge the planes. I have knowledge all, but I didn't invest in planes.
I think it's acceptable that none of us have ranks in knowledge planes at a low magic setting.
Yeah, that's fair. That's quite fair.
Actually, I have knowledge planes.
Tight. Yes! I think I put those ranks in knowledge planes when I built Kuratama, because like we might need this. Not everybody has those. I have knowledge all,
No,
but I
yeah,
invested in
Gareth
those.
has it too.
So Simvolka's gonna look over at Kuratama and Gareth as well. Just they're like me.
They're like you.
Me.
They
You're not a
like
zombie.
you.
Gareth.
I summoned the wolf from the first world. The wolf ate.
Oh god.
You guys don't understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Like I said, they like you.
Simvolka's gonna.
All I know is you glow in the dark, and that gives me comfort when we sleep in the inn. I may have lived in a mountain, but sometimes the shadows, they give me the frighten.
I'll attempt it. I add nothing. Here we go. It's better than 10.
Oh wow, yeah. So you understand a little bit more. Yeah, these guys are kind of Well, I won't give away too much, but from what you can understand, like examining the bodies, something definitely has left. It's almost like when they merge the Eidolon, the summoned thing, quote unquote. I'm making air quotes, but we don't have cam.
Soon.
Not yet. But like the Eidolon grows exponentially into the host being. And essentially, yeah, like you find like a bit of it like inexplicably removed. Something has returned to some place that you don't exactly know, especially at this moment. You'll
Fair.
definitely need more clues.
Sure. All right. In that case, Sid Volka is going to. I don't have Spark as a cantrip, and I don't have the time to sit here and mess around with Flint and Tinder to burn the bodies. So I'm just gonna.
I actually have flint and
You also have a slow match.
Yeah, but it's like
Fair.
it's gonna take time, and there's an angry troll Viking guy who's bringing more of these. So we should go fast. I'm gonna move to this house up yonder, and I'm gonna try the door. If I can get the token up there. What is up with my token? There we go. Ah.
Oh no.
I open the door if everyone else wants to come in.
The door doesn't really like push open on its hinges as much as it just kind of like collapses in and like swings down. Inside there's another mess. Foodstuffs have been thrown on the ground, beds moved around, carpet moved around, tables, chairs. Really, there's nothing interesting inside of here. There's some broken glass. There's some foodstuffs that probably has a bit of blood on it. There's a few copper pieces again.
Okay. Well, there's nothing interesting here. That's all the buildings. Oh, there's one more. There's one more. I lied. To the other one. Wow.
To the other one.
The other one.
I am imagining while going from building to building backwards is moving elegantly like a bird.
Sure.
Flapping his wings and prancing.
Yeah.
Yes, because Baku is a bird, and he like you dance like a bird.
Baku is a tengu. He's not a bird. It's not like I'm like
He's bird person.
sniffing everyone's butts as I walk.
I'm a human, but I'm also.
Now he's a person.
Yeah.
Now Tengus are people.
Yep, they did it. What's in here, Joe? Here's a
Hypocrite.
perception check. It's said.
Again, I will say the same story.
I got it.
Yeah.
Same idea.
Chairs, tables, beds, blankets,
Okay. Well, they're...
badgers, oh my.
Well, you always have to check. It might be, oh, there's awesome legendary magic items, but you just didn't check.
No, my birthday is not till March.
Present of the Palantir.
I'll get my legendary magic item in March. I have to wait.
the Mall of Titans. While they're searching in between the houses, can I just go like smash some furniture in this house, bring it out, and use it as kindling to burn these bodies?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I would like to do that then.
How big
You
is these
smashed
houses?
it up. You guys can see kind of on a hill, on a ridge not too far from here, a towering figure with arms crossed watching you guys.
It's a giant.
All right, he can watch me build a fire. I was through Boy Scouts. I'm not gonna fuck this up.
It's also much warmer now.
Now you will fuck it up.
I want to
You
check.
jinxed yourself.
I'm not gonna roll anything. I'm just gonna let it happen because it's not
Joe,
important.
I am going to check the garden here to make sure there are no infected infected
Pumpkins.
plants.
That's
to
fair. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Do
One
it.
second.
I'll sweep it with detect evil.
Yeah, you do pick up faint pieces of. These look like potato plants that have been pushed down into the earth. Baku pulls one up, and it's like red and dripping with blood.
Ugh.
burn,
Yikes.
burn these plants. They are infected.
Hey, evil.
Randy is building a fire behind you on top of the corpses of the.
Then we might just be spending our time pulling potatoes and throwing them in the fire.
There's not too many potato plants here, but looking around, there are like fields and fields of wheat and other crops.
Do we want to burn the entire field?
How close is the guy who's watching us? Is he the same guy who went away with the rest of the?
Yeah, he's up here. Nice fire! Wow, I did not expect that.
Well done, someone.
Burning. Burning.
We're here to burn down your
We're
villages.
here to burn your potatoes.
It's Francis. Randy has become Francis, and Francis has become Randy.
They were always the same.
Both of them pyromaniacs. To the north, yes, it's definitely whatever that necromancer was is now standing on a hill ridge watching you. You can also see like figures moving along the hill, like past him, like coming up the hill. You can see them silhouetted and then going down the hill.
I see.
All right.
Is he within bow range?
He's well outside of bow range.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He's like I said, he's just a silhouette against. I'm gonna say it's later in the afternoon now. He's just a silhouette against the setting sun.
Okay, how tall are these buildings?
These buildings are only about, on the inside, at the peak of their roof, they're probably only about 15 feet tall.
Okay.
The walls are just barely like 6 feet tall.
Okay, so
Pretty low.
Sivolka is gonna make a quick climb check.
Sure.
I had 3. I want to just to see if I can like get to the top of a building and maybe have a little bit better lay of the land. 15 is 16 from Baku, and I'm gonna just scramble up the biggest one and take a look around.
While this is going on, I will continue throwing the potatoes in the field in front of me until.
Oh, you may as well just throw them in this fire then.
Yep, I'm doing that. So I collecting the potatoes and then tossing them in here to be burnt.
Can also have some Vulcan make an acrobatics check.
Lovely. You may. I add 1. Here we go.
Brilliant. Lovely.
Brilliant. Oh, look, a 6.
Oh, so Sidvolka climbs up the like cheap wooden like wattle and daub structure, gets to the top, and then just falls through.
It's just like at the end of one of your last in-person games when Trevon was finally off his wyvern and was permanently blinded and had to make acrobatics checks. And I had no ranks in acrobatics.
Yeah, tried to climb up a sewer pipe and he's
with like 9 decks, couldn't pass it.
Yeah,
that laugh was in character, definitely.
Yeah, but it was.
Yeah, you guys all see Sidvolka like quickly mount up on this wattle and daub structure, put his foot on the thatch, and then just he doesn't take any damage. He lands on a table. He breaks the table, lands on his butt, but he's all right.
Oh, it's the sound of more kindling.
Yeah.
I will carry it out to the fire, and just as if nothing happened.
Just a more inventive way. Just body slam tables from the roof.
I hear this is how Macho Man Randy Savage makes his kindling.
I mean, that's certainly one way to do it. It's very impressive, I'm sure. I didn't see it happen, but I bet it was real cool. And definitely not embarrassing.
Absolutely. Let's never talk about that again. All right. What else is on the board that might be important?
Burning the fields.
Yeah, but there's lots of fields. That'd be the rest of our forever. Might have to be what we do though. What time of year is it again, Joe?
I believe I've said it's midsummer. I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, so the wheat field is pretty dry as it rains.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably hot enough outside to just set fire to a crop.
So what I'm thinking is, with the field being dry, if we start one part of the field on fire, the fire should kill all the crops.
Yep, we're all thinking the same thing. You might not be correct. We might have to see. But Simvolka is going to grab a bit of kindling that he found, and he's going to stick it in the fire and move in the direction of the wheat field and just kind of throw it in the field.
I don't know that
Sure.
wheat could carry the disease, though.
I'll detect evil in the wheat in the last second before I let go of the branch.
You detect some of the plants as emanating a slight amount of evil.
All right, fuck it up.
Yep. Yeah, burn it all.
Burn it all.
Okay, yeah. So you throw your little torch out in the middle of the field. A few seconds later, there's a black, billowing plume of smoke with fire underneath it, spreading quickly through the dry crop fields. It hasn't rained in a while. Hello.
Yep, I'm here. I hear you.
Okay.
We heard it. We just didn't have a response.
I gotcha.
All right.
It was like perfectly quiet. Like no one went like, oh. So I was like, ah, dang it.
There wasn't even Baku breathing into his microphone.
The sound of Donald not being able to fix
Yeah.
his mic and being loud. I say as the chair I'm sitting in is just as bad as like Adams at Rune Lords. Just that is, why? I can't be a hypocrite. I can be a lot of things. A hypocrite is not one of them.
So Wizzy Field on fire. Do we want to stay and watch to make sure the fire doesn't spread? I'm thinking one of us should definitely go.
Doesn't hurt innocence. Is that your train of thought, Donald? Because I think the innocents are gone at this point. I think.
I mean, the fire. I don't want it to expand further than we actually need the fire to.
But I think we kind of have to have that happen because this whole place seems to have fallen to corruption at this point, and it's damn this chair, and like I think we need to just burn the whole place to the ground. I could be wrong, but that's the vibe I'm getting here.
All right, I think I might have a solution to Donald's problem. One of those. Just buy like 18 of them.
What?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the fires.
No, I don't have a solution for whatever the hell is wrong with Baku. I meant Donald specifically. They're on sale. They're 50% off.
There you go. You did it, Donald. So I guess we might just. I think we literally have to just get on our horses and burn the halfling hamlets to the ground. That's what I'm seeing here.
This feels
All of
fine,
it.
but I don't know. We have a more favorable recourse.
It doesn't feel good, but it's
Hmm.
if the whole place is becoming like if I'm seeing this from the point of view of my class, if the whole place is becoming like one giant eidolon, it's pretty necessary. If we find people in need of help, obviously we'll stop and help them. But
Yeah, as it stands, it's sort of like people are gonna harvest this and then eat it, and then they're gonna get all janky.
yeah,
Yeah, I think if nothing is done,
fixing shit with duct tape.
this whole island will be overrun by Eidolon zombies.
Well, I don't think the Eidolon zombies are gonna run nothing. They don't really seem like the dictatorial sort.
nah, I think it's more the giant necromancer guy.
Yeah, it's probably,
Yeah.
probably that big dude.
Let
with the
it-
skull for a
let
face.
Well, then-
For the plan, let her burn the hamlet and the fields as we come across them. If we need to.
Fair enough. So as we're doing this, as we like mount up and we've come to burn their homes. I think that has to be the name of the session. We've come to burn your homes.
Burn your home.
Sid Volka is gonna just like at the top of his voice, just shout out, just if you need help, come here, burn the farm. And it's either gonna attract all of the things that want to kill us, but they're not that threatening. Famous last words. We've got a dude with an ice sword now. Or it's gonna get the couple people.
Got Elsa.
Yeah,
Ha!
we can let
Let
go.
it go.
Yeah, no, don't let that go. Don't let that go. Sinvolka let go of his thing the time we played, and it flew across it was a whole thing.
It was 30
That's
feet
true.
for like a 10-foot pole with an axe blade on the end.
That's
That
okay.
was acrobatics. That's more acrobatic than me falling through a roof.
Yeah.
It's okay. Once I hit level 3, I can will my sword to return to me.
There you go.
Then I am allowed to throw my thought around.
a bardiche is basically the closest you can get to like a Dalish long axe, so fair enough.
Gotcha.
Alrighty, so your guys' plan is Volka yells out. No one really emerges from the surrounding houses. There's only like one other house off green here, and it's pretty much been like knocked down.
Okay.
No one comes out of it. If there's anyone in there, they've probably been crushed.
Fair.
The way to
Roll those
match it.
torches into the wheat field.
Yep, that's us.
I'm actually gonna light like a proper torch that has pitch on it and hurl it in the wheat field because that'll burn a little better.
Tommy, one thing I noticed in the games that you GM and play in, we from time to time burn settlements down.
That is in fact the joke, yeah.
From time to time.
From time to time. This time it's intentional. This time, well, no, it was intentional.
It was intentional last time.
That's fair.
It was
yeah. Yeah,
resource denial.
fair.
It was resource denial in both cases.
Very true. Alrighty, so that's how we spend our day.
Okay, yeah. So you guys spend. I'll roll a dice, and we'll see how long you guys spend moving around and setting fire to the fields within sight. Okay, so you guys spend 4 hours doing so. Splitting up, maybe. I don't know. Split up, maybe a little less time.
Let's just, if we run into zombies, just agree to group up again. Don't try to fight the zombies by yourself.
Right.
Okay, so I'll say it takes 2 hours. 2 hours later, I'm going to get rid of the fire. The fire has now died down. You guys have burned all of the fields.
We can still salt the fields.
That seems a little excessive. Also, can we agree never to fucking tell anyone we did this?
We actually probably need some proof that there was a good reason to do this. Otherwise, we just burnt down the halfling hamlets.
No, I'm just saying, can we just agree to
second.
never tell anyone this happened? No one's seen us do it except for Big and Ugly over there, and he's like a mile away.
Yeah, I mean,
Here's
maybe.
hoping that doesn't come back to bite us later. It probably
Yeah.
will.
We will have a war against the halfling race. They think we hate them.
Well, you know what? How about we put it all down in a letter, all right? We'll all write it together. One of us who's
some of us will
literate.
try.
That's what I'm saying. We'll all write it together. Someone who's literate and can hold a pen, not like they're using a fork, and we'll pen down a letter and be like, "Hey, council, there's a bunch of janky potato aliens in the Halfling Hamlets, and we maybe sort of kind of had to set fire to everything."
Yeah, I think we need to report back real quick.
Okay, I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't run around doing, pulling a Sir Aiden, burner of the Halfling Hamlets. No, look at me, I got a bat.
One adventuring title that Baku doesn't want. It is Halfling Hamlet.
Yeah, especially when we all swing from the gallows over it. That would be a bad.
Yeah, so like I'm just saying, can we all agree to maybe
Yeah, we shoot. Do we have a means of contacting the council? I forget.
1 second. Kind of. Whenever the council has a means of contacting you.
Okay.
Well, it stands to reason we could do it the other way around.
So when you guys reconvene a couple hours later,
A bunch of pissed off halflings. Like, why the fuck did you burn all our wheat?
no, you guys can hear like the steady beat of armored footsteps
Oh fuck.
and trotting.
Flee?
Not flee.
That might be good. This probably not.
We can redirect the beast.
85% sure it's not good, but like it might be.
You guys are gathered around a giant burn pile at the front of the procession.
No, it's definitely gonna be bad. We're in so much trouble.
We're in a lot of trouble now.
a group of armored knights, heavily armored. I mean, like Warhammer style armored.
Oh shit! Those are big shoulders.
Approach. At the head of them is a man dressed in like head to toe, these bright red filaments of fiber hanging from him. He is really a magnificent sight to behold, carrying this massive, what you assume is either a great sword or bastard sword. Emblazoned on his chest is a bastard sword with a pair of wings emanating from it. Or not a pair of wings, 3 pairs of wings emanating from it.
3 pairs of wings? I thought it was just the one.
Well, it's 3 pairs in this time.
Sweet.
Calm down.
Regathiel got some more wings.
Well, no, he always had 3 pairs of wings. One of them
yeah.
just got ripped off.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
More knights proceed behind them. Some of them on horseback, some of them on foot. They all, like, the one in the front raises his hand up in a kind of a hand signal for halt, and he lowers his sword and points it at you. He says, "You there! Are you the cause of all of this carnage?"
Let me...
Which part specifically? Yeah, someone who's not stupid, maybe.
Alright, Randy's got it.
Do you mean the killing and the wholesale slaughter, or do you mean the burning of all of the crops in Devonshire?
Because the arson was definitely us.
burning the crops our part.
Okay, so Simvolka is going to approach the man who looks like he's cut from a similar cloth that Simvolka is, and just like have it. I can't necessarily like sheath my bardiche. That's awkward. So have it.
You can stick it in the corpse. That will help.
Leave it there and walk.
Just let me hold it. Just let me hold it.
It's really showing that my character is a teenager at
give
this
me
point.
your pole.
What do I do with this? Here, hold this. I'll go talk to the adult. I wrecked your car, but
I also burned down all of your crops.
Also burned all the crops in the county. I'll go to my room now.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Dad.
This might result in people starving.
What is going on? Oh, I saw Gareth and Randy just like fucking go ape shit and start spinning around on the board and start. I didn't know.
They're dancing. Now they go right.
La la la.
Now they go right some more. Now they keep going right. Now they go down. They're circling Kuratama like two wolves ready for the kill. And now
it's like the dance.
What is happening?
It's even made more perfect by Gareth stretching out the arm on the thread. So it looks like he's holding up.
He's just circling you like a fucking dance from West Side Story. Just...
I like it that they're like doing like a ballroom dance. Next to a burn pile of zombies and potatoes.
Garrett
no, I just wanted to move them both at the same time. That's all I wanted.
You got it. You did it.
I done did it now.
Okay.
I love it when they switch. I love it when you flip them around. Gareth does a little twirl.
Okay.
He's like, oh.
Okay. I approached the man and just. It wasn't us.
Move your tongue.
It wasn't us.
It wasn't us. We didn't do this. As he looks past Simvolka to Randy holding your bardiche and a lit torch.
No, I'm not a drunk officer, I swear.
This is 16.
I'm not officer drunk, I swear.
This is hurting my sides.
Oh, the back of my head hurts.
Oh, jeez.
It's not us.
Damn joking, Tommy.
I'm questioning that you're playing the high charisma.
I'm trying. You guys are just funny.
Not us.
You gotta stand in front of us so he can kill you first.
I'm good. I'm back here behind the loving couple dancing around the burn pile.
It's not us.
I hurt everywhere now. We're here to burn your homes. It wasn't us.
Wasn't us.
That should be the name of the video. Is it wasn't us? It wasn't us.
Man.
Oh.
This was kind of like the reaction of a child that just got caught doing like something.
The dog did it.
Wasn't me.
Oh, you did it. Oh.
Like you hear a crash, then you come into the child is next to a broken vase, and it's like, wasn't me.
I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
So
You're closer to him than I am.
as per our own reactions, a few of the soldiers in the column kind of snicker a little bit. The man at the front pulls his sword back and sets it back on his shoulder, cocks his head a little bit. He says, "You expect me to believe that?"
All right. I'm gonna detect evil on the trees. Are the trees possibly also corrupted? We didn't burn them.
Oh god.
What
I
do you
think our
Like there's-
paladin lost his mind.
The shrubbery and the
I
trees.
detect evil on the paladin. I swear to God, this is what I thought you were gonna do.
Yeah, I was gonna say like You alright?
Every single shrubbery around you is evil.
I'm hoping so. We need proof. We burnt it all. Literally all of it. It's all
There's the
burnt.
bushes.
Evil in the bush.
the bushes and these flowers. They don't really have enough of a substantial crop to them to really be able to support growing any of these little tiny synthesists.
Okay.
Neither do the trees.
Cool. Is there
Would
like,
appear.
might there be like charred remains of like, scary people left in the fire that I could?
Well,
pull out?
Say shit,
Yeah.
we did too much work.
Well, maybe before we try to find anything, we might be able to ask them if they've encountered those things as well.
That might be.
Because then we could explain this stuff
I
much
have a
more
happy
easily.
idea. I would have had taken notes about the infestation and the zombies we encountered so far.
Well, I know who's doing all the burn work, not Baku. Too busy jotting in his journal. Mr. I can write languages down.
Then we burned field A7.
Okay,
Yeah, the fire, your burn pile, like you damaged the bodies, but you have not cremated them. There's like charred limbs still in the fire.
so then Sidvoga will reach into the fire and pull
It's
with
not
it-
burning.
Oh, sweet, even better. I don't take that arbitrary 1d6. I'll
Yeah,
stick
he'll
my head
reach
in
into the
fire.
smoldering pile of burned corpses and waggle a crispy arm at the paladin like, see? We did good!
Didn't do anything, officer.
That is essentially the idea.
Oh god.
Maybe like take a tomahawk and cut the arm off, and then bring it over.
Show
I mean,
him
this-
the gooey
this is-
sensor.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
kind of like using magic in a low magic setting all over again. It's like,
I'll be sure to message it at him.
are you trying to get us killed?
Yeah, please, for the love of God, don't
Low?
use magic in front of the paladin.
Three words. Low magic setting.
Okay, gunslinger. Well, I guess that's great in the long.
Okay, gunslinger.
Well, he doesn't fit it either.
Okay, scientist!
It's just Randy. Randy and 4 people who don't belong. So yeah, I want to bring him a bit of like the charred remains of what we fought and set it like, or I'm not gonna set it. It's my hand it to him. This did it.
Oh, the elbow first! Just here!
Flap it out a little.
It's like,
Shake
Oh.
hands with it.
So you approach him. Some of the soldiers nearby look a little apprehensive. They lower weapons. But he does take the arm, looks at it for a second, maybe flakes away a bit of it, and it does so happen that the center of the arm is not fully burned or charred, and he examines it for a second, and then he makes a knowledge check. He does really freaking well on it. Looks up at you guys, examines you all, and he says, "You don't seem the type. Where did you find this?"
AKA, we don't ping when he uses detect evil.
They came to us. I say from way the back of there.
He's right. They came to us.
They, as in disfigured zombie-like creatures.
I nod.
I would tell him anything interesting about the information I would have had learned and written down.
All right.
I see Kane measuring. Are they actually?
No.
Oh god, they're on the board this whole
I'm
time.
gonna shoot him. No, I'm just taking note of the fact that we're having this discussion over a bit of a distance.
Seems safe.
Well, I mean, you guys can approach. They aren't moving. He is yelling at. He is basically always yelling.
Waggle
Okay,
this arm
don't
from.
rush him. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better go up there too. I'm the one with the corpse. Baku just walks into their midst, and all around. Yes, okay, we get it, Donald. You're brave, so brave.
So brave bird. He's checking on their teeth, man.
Oh yeah, sure.
They do have horses. Do you want to check their horses' teeth?
When was the last time you went to the dentist, young man?
Yes. I want to check the horse teeth.
So, I didn't even know what did you say in response to him? Well, no, he looked at it and he went,
Does that have to say what?
Well, what is the cause then? Would you happen to know?
I would tell him what leads we have with all of the notes and information the party knows.
Which
so
is
far.
what I think.
Which
we have
is
to answer.
which would be the plants were infected by something which caused the infestation, or powerful magic user caused this, and I would describe the giant we saw.
I should know those demons of the north to be intertwined in this.
Demons?
Tell me, how many did he have with him?
Well, well over.
Like a dozen.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably over a dozen by the time we got here. More now.
Over a dozen for sure.
Is Guru Thomas still like hollering at him from 50 feet back?
Staying well back. He doesn't. He is not. He's not okay.
Come stand next to your bosom buddy Randy.
I have 7 charisma in bed with people.
That's okay.
I have 10 charisma.
He's a repulsive boy.
I'm sitting at an 8.
I'm just socially awkward. Just all. Sorry.
So you can stand here with Randy. And Gareth also has a 7 to charisma. I don't let him talk in situations.
Nice.
Uglies in the back.
Uggos.
Yeah, get the Uggos back. Get him out of here. Don't look at him. We're sorry. We're so sorry.
Why do you think I'm always wearing this helmet?
Demons, you say?
Yes. The Jotuns are demons. Do you not know this?
No, I am not from this land. I'm from the Dragon Empire.
I guess you were if you don't know our own creation myth. He kind of trounces around on the horse. He doesn't move from his position, but the horse is...
Fancy.
Yeah.
I do like that Baku does he's like our straight man. He's like, "What's this? What's this?" Running around Christmas Town like fucking Jack Skellington.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What's this?
Playing never playing in this setting also helps out a lot.
Neither have I, Donald. Your
No.
character has an in-person, like an in-character reason to be like, I don't know what that is.
He looks at you and he has his helmet off. He's clearly a human. He may have a wee bit of elf in his ancestry, but he is by now 100% considered a human. And he looks over the rest of you, recognizing that there's really Sinvolka could pass as human, and Kurtama passes as human, and Randy is human. Humans are descended from the Jotun.
It probably doesn't help that I can speak Jotun.
Maybe don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Start yelling at him in Jotun. That's gonna be nice.
Yeah, that's gonna help. It's almost as good as speaking it in his mind.
He kind of
I get it. No message.
He raises his eyebrow. He says, "Now is not exactly the time for a canonical review. Please, you said he went north."
Correct.
Very well. Try not to burn down any more fields. Lord knows if you started a famine, I'd have to clean up this mess.
You might want to point out to them that some of the vegetation was infected with a similar ailment.
I would have had told them about the plant infestation.
Yes, Sinvolka, the evil has spread to more. It's everywhere here. If we didn't burn down the fields, it could have been worse for everyone else who ate the food later.
I see.
We
will have to look into this later. For right now, I have a demon to hunt down. And he kind of slaps his gauntleted hand on the side of his gauntleted thigh, makes a loud clanging noise that resounds around the ruined houses and forest. The rest of his soldiers perk up and he starts to move past you guys.
Where? I don't see Sinvolka. Where's Sinvolka gone to?
I'm still
He's right
bored.
here, next
Here?
to Baku.
It's
Right now.
under Baku. What do you hide under the?
He
not
wasn't
under
underneath
Baku.
him.
I'm right
You
here.
were under Baku.
No, he was never underneath him.
Weird.
Not for the rest of us.
At least for
Weird
me,
lag.
he was.
In Germany, I was under Baku. While he's
Yeah.
a
In
horse.
Germany, everything's
Because I was
slightly to the
looking
left.
for him. It was like
I'm telling you, you gotta keep your talons out of that thing's junk.
I'll do what I can.
Uh,
Alright, so these guys take off.
Yes.
I would ask the commander if he would like a copy of the notes I made for the infestation. What to look for.
As their horses stream past us.
Yeah, he kind of he gets slightly past you and you ask him this and he turns around again, his eyebrows cocked in an inquisitive fashion. He's just, how long will it take?
I have a extra copy on me to give you.
He writes everything on carbon paper.
He writes
That's
everything.
canon.
He writes with 2 pencils.
I mean, I had time to make a copy for the party, and if we had to give these notes to the council, I had a copy
I will
to
say
give
this.
them.
I will say this in Becca's defense. We've had to make a bunch of copies thus
Yeah,
far.
you guys
in
have.
character.
Yeah.
We have.
Um,
Somebody's got to be the Xerox of the party, and it looks like it's Baku.
The man on the horse outstretches his gauntleted hand
Give him
towards
the
Baku.
notes.
I would give him the necessary paperwork to know what the infestation is and what to look for exactly.
I just, for a second here, I thought that Baku would hand him paperwork that you need to fill out before he would hand him.
Can you fill this out, kid? Hand it back to me on.
Baku is the DMV, and these guys have not re-upped their tags.
I am not playing a Chiriax noble. I'm playing a bird.
I'm not a person. I'm a bird. Here's a knowledge local. It's a 22 to try to get any like local sigildry where these guys might be from.
To tell what kind of bird Baku is.
Where these guys
Finch.
So you figured that these guys come from some sort of like how the Iomedean zealots are in their like citadel on Auburn's Isle. These guys must have their own. You saw similar banners hanging around, kind of two different banners. One, this crimson and white, like these guys, and then crimson and yellow hanging around the Temple of the Fallen. So these guys may be based in the Temple of the Fallen.
Okay.
Well, Kurtama will lean over to Sonova and whisper to him, "Are we supposed to follow them? Do we join them in the hunt for the giant?"
I think we go report to Red Squirrel.
Okay. Well, knowing him, he probably already knows about this. He seems to be really good at getting information. But maybe we get lucky this time and actually
be relevant.
Give him some, yeah. Maybe we can actually give him some.
Hey, Bullwinkle, I got some shit you don't know yet.
Tommy, something's happened to your gate or your gain or something.
Really?
I don't know what's happened. Yeah.
He sounds fine to me.
Really?
Talk
every once in a while,
me
you're
some, Tommy.
This here?
Oh yeah, you're a little quiet.
Weird.
Yeah, a little bit quiet.
And every once in a while, I get like a really loud just coming from your mic. I don't know what that is. That may just be a problem on my side. I don't know.
Are you sure that's not Donald breathing into his microphone?
No.
If
I
Donald
have
breathes in his microphone, it goes.
I have two screens, and I have Discord in a quarter of one of the screens, and I can see it quite easily in my periphery.
Yeah,
maybe
weird.
Tommy just needs to go deeper.
Maybe that's his chair.
This?
All right.
This chair is bad. I apologize, everyone watching on YouTube. I need a chair. Help me with your chair.
Only $3.99.
It's your
Can you
charity.
If you buy me a $3.99 chair, like a $3.99 gets me a chair, I'm scared to put my butt in that chair. I will fall. It will hurt.
No, like $399.
No, that'd be a nice chair.
I'm happy to put my butt in that
I don't.
But can you do this?
We should definitely go back to the red. I cannot speak to today.
Not the red, but go back to Red Squirrel.
Yes.
We're going back to the Reds.
Usually he found us, not the other way around.
Well, yeah, but he said to just go to bugger. I have to look
Pershingham.
at the map. Yeah, Pershingham. We've well, no, we had originally talked about sort of doing a circuit around the coast because we were looking for.
Well, we were looking for places.
Looking
Yeah.
for answers, clues, things of that nature.
I mean, so far it seems to have been a good idea. We
Yeah.
went here and we found a zombie infestation.
Yeah, we did.
This is a pretty good lead. The sooner we go to him, tell him this, the sooner him and his people can do something about this.
That's fair, but I think making the tour of Devonshire is still relevant.
Actually, I have no idea if this is, in what ways this is connected to what we were looking for before. Like,
We don't have enough information. We essentially just be trying
This
to high-level
seems
NPCs.
like yet another plot thread that we have stepped through part way.
Yeah.
If we go on to the next town, it's also possible the Leaky Lizard will be there, and then we can report back to the council.
That's a
True.
thought. Okay, so why don't we just head south down the hamlets? Probably still burning as we go. That seems
Yeah.
smart still.
So I want to mention that whilst we are working with Red Squirrel, we work for the council.
That's true. That is true. So we just make our way to
Yeah,
Marsh
that's
Flats.
true.
We crack for
Okay.
black or white. We get our Godless Shrine. We're playing black-white tokens. We pass turn. We cast Lingering Souls. These magic jokes doing
Green
it
white
for you.
tokens.
All right.
Heroes.
So you guys start heading south. Let me roll the D100s.
Heroes.
The D100s say that you guys are safe as you travel southwards. As you guys move southwards, things start to go gradually back to normal. You burn along the way. Eventually, you run into fields that, when you set fire to them, a group of angry peasants arrive.
You're heroes.
It wasn't us.
What the fuck are you doing? Oh
Yeah,
shit! Jesus, get on the horses! Get on the horses!
Yeah, essentially, like a sling bullet, like smacks one of your horses in the head,
Oh no.
and,
Whoa.
and you hear like a voice like, "What in darnation are you doing?"
We're sorry.
And
The,
you
the
get-
Jotun have gotten into the potatoes. It's bad in the north, but we're fine.
Check your potatoes. If they're red, don't eat them. As our horses just thunder down the road.
Yeah.
Chicken potatoes.
Yeah,
No time to explain. Chicken potatoes.
I would imagine with us riding and then having some time to rest while riding. I would actually make pamphlets for the.
They can't read, my dude.
They can't
Yeah, I was gonna
everyone's
say, what
illiterate.
use is that?
I'm not even
I
sure
just-
the guy
yeah,
who we gave the pamphlet to can read.
That's
Come
literally as useful as us riding through town and Randy just screaming, "Pumpkins are a fruit! Isn't that weird?"
Okay. What about pamphlets or at least images saying to check the fields for any infestation?
Oh yeah, no, like a
Like
drawing
a- like
of
a
red,
dude
of a red dripping potato with an X through it. Yeah, you can
Like-
do that. That'd work.
Like creepy, like
Like a
Silent
dude
Hill.
squats. Like a dude squats down, picks up a potato. It's red. He burns it.
Yeah,
Yes.
he
like
picks
some
up a
weird
pumpkin. The
anti-communist
pumpkin
propaganda.
screams at him. He burns it. That's perfect. That's a perfect instructional manual.
Boom.
Just a bunch of pamphlets of people burning fruit and vegetables.
What type of heroes are we exactly?
The best kind.
Medical. We're medicinal heroes.
Anti.
We are-
Apparently.
we are preventative medicine. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
All right.
That's our team name, preventative medicine.
But like I said, you guys eventually start getting far enough south that there's like stuff that's pretty normal. Villages hamlets are still intact. The fields aren't evil.
And we stop burning because they're not evil anymore.
We could take a moment to actually reappreciate how adorable a human house on top of a hobbit hole is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we can.
Ah,
Yeah, it just kind of makes you smile uncontrollably.
I like that there was just like a moment of dead silence. Well,
Yeah.
we all appreciated it in unison.
We did. We surely did.
All right, so southern 4 through Halfling Hamlets in Devonshire towards Crispin Forest. And did we say we were gonna check in on the Marsh Flats?
Yeah, we did.
All right. So we'll ford the river here and catch a ferry down to Marsh Flats.
Okay, about here,
Oh shit.
you guys come upon a field.
Oh, here we go again.
This is an empty field laying fallow, except now it has been, if you don't mind my poetic lofting, it has been planted with the seeds of death and destruction that is war. Apparently a small skirmish has happened here. There's small skirmish. There's maybe 50, 60 dead bodies lined here. There's a skirmish has occurred, and forces have retreated from this field. You don't know who won.
All right.
Uniforms are essentially the same.
Let's do one of those perception checks.
Yeah.
I'll get a guidance, and it's thank you, Donald, for jamming it in the chat before I'm even ready for it. 18.
I want to roll a perception.
Thank you for jamming it in before I'm ready.
Oh dear. There's a good one. I want to do perception, but specifically to see if anyone on this battlefield is still clinging to life.
So, I mean, a 14's not hard to see people like moving around, but this battlefield is pretty old. Bodies are bloated. There are flies gathering around them.
Okay, this is not recent.
Maggot-infested corpse line the fields.
All right, you could have just said no. Damn.
Baku's 20 on a perception. It would appear from it that this is some sort of militia force. These guys aren't uniformed as much as they are just a ragtag group. Has two of them, one of them supporting royalists, one of them supporting parliamentarians, have met in the field, killed each other. There may be even some like what appears to be like maybe someone got confused in the middle of the battle and just stabbed a compatriot in the back. It's that kind of like brother against brother warfare has occurred here. That 20 wouldn't even really tell you who won. It's just kind of like a battle happened here and sides lost a lot of people and they both just backed off.
Okay. Here is a survival check. I would like to try to find tracks that aren't humanoid.
Is there any officers or any VIP type of people we can loot their body to see if they have anything interesting on them?
No, not really.
No, like you said,
you imagine they wouldn't get involved in that in the melee if there were any. Really, again, these people just look like two militias that met in the middle of a battlefield and they're just had it out. They probably really didn't have a commander as much as they were just a communal defense force.
One of them really liked the Red Sox. The other one was a big fan of the Boston Bears. It was a whole thing.
The Bears.
The Bears. The Bears. Don't forget about the Bears.
Drop the Bears.
So that track what exactly was Savoka attempting to track?
I wanted to find any tracks that weren't like humanoid, leaving the battlefield, entering the battlefield, things of that nature.
You find horse tracks.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's horse tracks, but those appear to have been like someone wandered a horse through the field. Animal tracks. It doesn't really seem like anyone came here recently on an animal, nor does it seem like anything out of the ordinary battlefield.
Okay. I suppose we just have to go to the nearest settlement and ask questions. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot of information here. Well, here's a knowledge local check. We can do that. To try to identify where these boys might have come from. 23.
Okay, 23. You know that there are... Well, you don't know, but you saw not too far up the road, there was a large gathering of houses. Like, this one also had, like, a church in it, and, like, it's basically a hamlet, or a village. Man, Kuratama.
Oh, sorry.
That could have produced enough people that could have made up one of the forces.
All right.
By the way, 3 days have passed. I'll say.
By the way, 3 days have passed. Okay. So Sinvolka will take all this information and just look back up at the party. Perhaps we should go back to that village. Did we pass it, or is it coming up?
You passed it.
We should go back to that village we passed. You know, the one with the church. There was probably enough people there to organize this many men. Maybe we can get more information.
Yes, let's go there.
And backtrack we go.
I will be right back. One second.
Alrighty, duly noted. It feels good to get back to House Divided. This is my second favorite game of the week. My favorite game of the week is Doomsday Dawn, because second edition is a lot of fun.
Because everything's new.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely miss playing Baku.
I miss just like trying to take the game serious for about 30 minutes and then abandoning that and then just messing around.
I can't help it.
There was a lot of...
My southern characters get real dumb real fast.
I can imagine.
So this is also a good place to just sign off because it is 11:50.
Yeah.
Yep, it's almost 7 a.m.
Yeah, fair. I do have some stuff to edit before I can go to bed tonight. Yeah, sure, fair enough. We'll call it here then. Thank you guys so much for watching. We're sorry for the 2-week delay. Again, Paizo said I had to go hang out with them instead of you. Forgive me. We still love you. Because we are... The math is hard. I am tired. 2 parts Canadian, 2 parts American.
We're the man of your dreams. All right.
Something about the man of your dreams.
That's all you need.
Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos, and we will see you next time. Say bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.